7 to 5 p.m. in Central Square. Join WGBH for their Gourmet Ice Cream Bowl, which will showcase the best of New England craft ice cream. Attendees will vote in a number of contests, including the Neapolitan Challenge, the Wild Card Challenge, and the People's Choice Award. A cash bar will be available as well. After all, this event is only for the 21+ crowd. Be sure to bring an ID or you won't be able to have any ice cream. Don't miss it on May 23rd at 7 p.m. at WGBH. Delicious and gluten-free masala dosas are crisp and fluffy rice and lentil wraps filled with a spicy potato curry and served with creamy coconut chutney. Join the Cambridge Center for Adult Education for a dosa class with instructor Ashwini Ramanasankar on May 19th from 11 to 2 p.m. Go to ccae.org to register. Round out the month of May with Guy Fieri. No, really! The fourth Guy Cooking with Best Buddies Food and Wine Festival will bring together 30 of New England's top chefs for a delectable sampling of best dishes from the Boston area.
Creo yo que esa fue como uno de los temas centrales que afortunadamente se pudo mencionar. Sin embargo, creo yo que sí se tendría que abordar más en los cómo, insisto.
An accountant who just wandered in here by mistake.
I haven't decided. Should I get the optimal life or the family protection plan? Which one's better? Are you with that note or what?
If they employ Snoopy, yes.
Hey, Papa, Papa, Papa. Papa, wait. Can you wait for me? Wait. Wait.
Yeah, so I attended my nephew's graduation.
How old is he?
He's 22. Just got his criminal justice degree.
Hard to believe when you have nephews and nieces who are actually freaking graduating from college.
Yeah. He wants to be a cop.
Well, good for him. Maybe he'll be a good one.
That's right. It's good to have a family member on the force out there.
Dan Murphy.
I would concur. You're the. I guess it's Jonathan's corner. This is Jonathan. This is Alan.
Yep. Hey, man.
Hey, how's it going? I'm excited for your interview today. I'm excited for your interview today.
I don't know if it's going to be exactly an interview. I have no idea what it's going to be.
A little of this, a little of that. It's good to sit there. Man.
Television antipasto.
Good to sit over there.
Are we on the air?
Under reality TV. How much more real is, well, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with that.
Are we on the air? For goodness sakes. We're on the air. There must be some seriously bored people.
Oh my God! Someone hijacked the host. Get an
If
APB
anybody would
out.
like to call in, we'd love to hear from you.
Yes, we would.
Wonder why
We
you're
got an
watching
all-points
this.
bulletin on where Jarva is. Jarva, are you in Cambridge? Jarva, are you in Brighton? Are you in Alston? Is Jarva in Somerville?
Send out the bat signal.
You come from New Hampshire? No?
I come from like 5 blocks away.
Oh, sweet. You're here in Cambridge.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Wasn't sure if you were driving far.
No.
I live in Northampton, Mass.
It's so cool there. I love Northampton. And we've already talked about this stuff.
That's right. I gotta adjust my hairpiece.
So
I'm the one that needs a
what's your-
hairpiece.
what's-
Why do you
what's
think
your-
I'm wearing a
What's
hat?
your opinion on like all the Hamptons? Because there's Northampton, East Hampton, West Hampton, I'm pretty sure there's a Southampton.
Yep.
So do you have like what's your favorite in descending order? What are your favorite Hamptons?
Well, Northampton was stuff to do. East Hampton.
Yeah, I've
okay.
seen Northampton and East Hampton.
Yeah, it's got
I
tattoo
don't know if I've
parlors,
ever been to
Mexican
either.
food.
Yeah.
You can get a good fajita there in East Hampton.
Fajita.
And I
That's
also-
on the heart.
I have
You
a-
should know how to pronounce that.
I don't like to go to East Hampton because there was a girl I was seeing, and then her boyfriend wanted to kill me.
Oh yeah, that's a good reason not to
And,
go.
yeah. And so he was actually in a bar. I was there shooting pool, talking about how much cocaine he had did, and I was able to escape carefully away, slipping out the side. I was like, I don't need to party in East Hampton.
That's like a really interesting story.
Fantastic.
You have a genius for picking Austin.
That remains to be seen. So this is the mic, by the way. So
Okay,
you
hi,
don't-
Mike.
You don't want to slam your hand.
Like you're doing just now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like if somebody has headphones on, they're like, ow.
All right.
But you can enunciate in the microphone. You can say hello to all the listeners and the viewers.
Okay. Mr. and Mrs. America and all the ships at sea.
Yes.
Mr. Winchell used to put it.
Hello.
The host is here.
Hello, all you frams. Several of you sluggos, hello and welcome to the program.
Yes, another movie episode.
In German, I see you're
Live in Cambridge.
on the hook. On the hook.
Just in the chair. You want to go a little higher? Raise it up.
I don't think it could get any lower. And I'm not talking about the chair, Jonathan. Not talking about the chair. Do you get it? Barbara? Barbara, are you having a hard time out there in Cambridge? We need to know what you're going through, okay? We need to know how you're doing.
Call in. You see the number here, right here on the screen, okay? It's over here.
This
617.
No, only $9.99. Call now, only $9.99.
This is the very serious third installment of the movie episode
Oh my God, my pinky's gone.
of PCYW. Let's get into it.
I'm gonna make birdies over here.
There you go.
So it's high budget
That's very
TV.
nice. Thank you.
Extremely high budget here.
Oh, just no expense has been spared.
That's right.
It's a Goldwyn production. Breathtaking cinema
The
scope.
movie episode. You got Alan Converse over here on your left. I am Austin Rutledge. You got Jonathan over here. I don't know if he has any tag names.
Too many to count.
Too many to count. Yeah, let's just say he's super dope flag.
Yeah.
And then we got the host with the most, Jessica Java, allowing us to be on her show.
I should point out that this gentleman is also known as Andujar, two-time 20 game winner for the St. Louis Cardinals.
What? Austin played for the Cardinals? Is that
Andujar,
Oh.
Joaquin Andujar.
who is that?
I had an awesome spitball.
He is a two-time 20 game winner for the St. Louis
I
Cardinals.
think he passed away too.
He did quite fairly recently, unfortunately. He
died
was
young.
yeah,
Quite
He died
fairly.
young. He was a
relatively yeah.
fine-
He was one tough Dominican, as he used to call himself.
Some people are a loss, some people are a gain in death, don't you feel?
I guess so.
So I guess it's an opportunity to.
Okay. Well, you know, we're here for a lot of things, for a lot of reasons. In a lot of ways,
You
and
need
we're
help
also
with that?
not here in some ways, but in most ways, we are here. Okay? And it's the movie. I require no assistance. I require no assistance.
Of course not.
But what we're mostly here for is to get serious
Oh, jeez.
about movies and technology. First, we did have an emailed in question that I just received. And that question is for Alan.
Really? Jeez.
It's actually a two-part question.
Yeah, I know. Like, why can't I get my hat straight? Right?
Well, you know what? That I just received an IM asking about that.
Okay.
But this is a
You get out of
certified business memo that I've received, and it says, first off, are you a professor? And it says, second off, is it true that you were once roommates with Jarva Wandus?
Oh, yeah. Well, in a way, it's true that I was, at one point, I would say, a quarter professor, which is to say an adjunct in the academic world, which is to say a slave. But then Lincoln freed the slaves, and I have not done that kind of thing for a number of years. And yes, I was once privileged to be part of the all-star roommate team at 7 Chester Street, apartment 2R, with some other immortals, namely Nicholas Sargent,
Watertown, Mass.
Watertown, Mass, and
Rob lived there.
and Todd Larson, and the immortal Rob Tutora.
Okay, because
And of course,
I
Ms.
would also like to be counted
Oh yeah, well
on the
I'm working.
immortal side of things. if
I'm
that's
working my
where
way
we're
up
going.
to you, and
Okay.
Jarva Land, Jarva
Please don't say
Town,
immortal.
Jarva Universe herself is in this group. There you go. Yeah, it was a real rare privilege. Especially when the Mad Bombers came to town. You know.
And can you believe, and that whole
Never
time,
forget, 2013.
Right.
Watertown is a strange town out of time in its own place. It's a place that, I never thought I would know or come to live in. And yet I did come to live there and enjoy, I actually, it changed my life really living in Watertown, actually.
Watertown strong.
And I can, well,
Right?
that's a whole other. See, we need an hour-long show for that
No, the
because that's a day. Yeah, the
Watertonians giving high fives to the local cops. Hey, good job that last week.
I saw it, man,
No,
and believe
yeah.
me, I was doing
I was
it
there, and I fucking hated all of
Traumatizing.
those people.
Probably
I was
traumatizing.
there for the
Right.
bomber. I was in my heart there that whole time during Watertown,
Yeah.
being closed down for the
5 days.
marathon bomber
5
who was
days.
down the street from us. And I hated every single fucking person that acted like it was the 4th of July and the parade of cops and all the fucking bullshit that went along with that scenario, which there is a lot, and it's a weird thing to go through. And
I remember it as being distinctly.
Yeah, the bombers did what they did on Marathon Monday, but by Friday they caught the suspects, which I thought was pretty
They
quick.
caught the one that was still alive.
The 5 days there, but yeah, that was a traumatic week for Massachusetts, especially Watertown. So my hat goes out to all those Watertonians that are still.
I remember it as being actually quite
Remembering that
boring
as a tough-
being imprisoned in the house all damn day.
Yeah, they had a sanction about not even leaving your
You
house.
could
on
not
Friday,
leave
that
the
Friday.
house. Couldn't leave the
My
house.
dad told me about that, yeah.
Yeah.
And he was way out in Lincoln.
My
Yeah,
mother-
they had the whole
Sorry,
metro area
Native
shut
Mass.
down.
My mother lives in Native. She was like, yeah, the governor came on TV and said, everybody, don't leave your house. Don't leave
That
your
was
houses.
distinctly weird.
It is fucking weird.
What?
But it worked out good. Live on
they
TV.
caught 'em.
Watch it
Kinda.
at 10 o'clock on that Friday
if
night. I
you
was
want
at
to
work.
make like a
They
national
fucking got the guy.
celebration and like privilege scare out of like searching for somebody that is obviously like discontent and a citizen of Boston and in a lot of pain, and then vilifying them and making that into some kind of celebration or
I don't mind if
great
it's in pain.
event that we did, you know.
Just
Like,
don't
I
run
think
around with a
that,
weapon.
I like the title.
Oh, thanks. He likes my tie.
I feel for the disenfranchised people of America, and I don't salute or high five the cops on the regular. I've met a few good ones, a very few, and I've met a lot of them.
We'd have a disagreement, but we're on top.
But anyways, we're really here to talk about. But you know what's interesting is that coming back to Watertown, I worked at an establishment that if you're a music person and you're especially interested in gear and hi-fi gear, you should definitely check out.
Oh, I remember that establishment, yeah.
Audio Pro Service and Sales
They're
in
still
Watertown,
there.
Massachusetts. It is still there. It will always be there. And I remember the day that I left this job and never came back to work here. And it was a day that my dear friend and boss at Audio Pro started making fun of me, my voice, and how I talked. And
Who would do such a terrible thing?
tons of people would do it, you know, but it was just it's hard to say sometimes why a moment or a thing strikes you a certain way, but I left this job on this specific day, and I went through the Mount Auburn Cemetery, which is right next to Audio Pro Service and Sales, which I love.
Great place.
And then later on I wrote a song about it, kind of, that is not totally professionally recorded, so I can't play it for you really, but
We can.
and then I had Austin Long, and the other thing is Dave Tree was down the street from us that whole time in Watertown.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I had no idea really until Rob Patillo moved in with me, the other Rob. And then,
Right.
that's Dave Tree is my father. I didn't know it at the time.
Lead
And-
singer of a great band. Probably a few, right? She's got a couple.
Yes, See This World at
that's-
Ralph's Diner in Worcester on June 1st.
They're
I
playing?
might be playing too.
Hot tomato.
See This World, yeah.
Nice.
Um,
Well, when Tree was playing out, they were like big. They played like Lansdowne Street, all the big places. They were like the best band in Boston for, a certain amount
It's
of time.
quite a reputation around here. Yeah.
Yes, he's the real deal. Dave Tree.
I miss his art gallery.
yes, well, so there was a guy, you guys might not, I know Jonathan knows about it, and you guys, you haven't been there yet, Alan, but we actually have a new art gallery
Oh, really?
that's in Somerville, and
Okay.
we have a new alliance and a new space for New Alliance Recording Studios and
Okay.
New Alliance Gallery, and several collective efforts that we're now doing
Mm-hmm.
in that space. It's over in Union Square in Somerville, where all the cool things are moving. The new comedy studio has just opened up there.
Yeah, Austin told me about that.
Yeah,
I
I
was
went
there
over
last
there with
night.
Austin. Yeah, and our spot is actually like right across from there, and we had a great Somerville Open Studios, and we're planning more events and more
Interesting.
things. So there's a lot of interconnection that's going on here, but how we became interconnected again most recently is Austin asked me to do on Facebook, asked me if I could act in his film that we're going to talk about.
Right.
And he said, can you do, the shots are going to be at Mount Auburn Cemetery. And I love that place so much. It's been And I was like, yes, absolutely. I would love to do this. This is like right up my alley, and I'm so glad that you asked me to be a part of it, and I will be there. And I was there, and then guess who else was there?
Yeah.
Oh, he's been in the movie the whole time. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, well, she didn't, you guys didn't, Austin did not know that I knew you, and I don't think you realized, of course, that I was going to be in this picture. So, yeah, it was a bit of a fun reunion. So I'd known this guy for about, what, 20 years?
20 years, yeah.
Yeah. Back in the days when they had chain bookstores.
Yeah.
Imagine what a concept. And, yeah, no, it was, and I like Mount Auburn too. It's quite a little nature reserve in the middle of the suburbs.
Oh, that thing is real. Yeah. Totally awesome. So should we tell people what the movie's about?
Why don't you?
I think so.
You're the Fellini of this enterprise. The John Huston, the Orson Welles.
As it were.
Thank you. Right.
Yeah, go ahead. You're up.
All right. Can I pitch? Tell a 30-second story.
Yes. You can tell a 30-second story, or you can pitch a 30-second story, and then we'll decide.
That's pretty much all I do these days. All right. I guess there's no time left. So it's a supernatural movie.
There's
The
time
Crooked
left.
House.
You can speak normally.
As far as you can ever speak
We
normally.
can also have another. Okay, so I'm sorry. Go on.
The Crooked House. That'll be the first installment of this epic movie that we filmed a lot of footage for. Alan can attest. I dragged his ass
I
out
attest.
on at least a dozen wintry,
least.
cold wintry days filming.
Yeah.
We lived at the Mount Auburn Cemetery.
Were you just trying to give him hypothermia and
Yes,
kill him?
exactly.
We
We
have
were filming.
several emailers that
One
asked
time,
that
yeah,
question.
one time we were filming and the camera literally stopped working because it was like zero. I think it was
I
actually 0
remember
degrees.
some cold days. Yeah.
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 We were like, fuck that shoots
Yeah,
done.
right.
The camera was like,
I
shut
would have
down.
chosen other words, but
Yeah.
yes.
But yeah, we only filmed this movie in the wintertime. So it's
For
been
some
like
reason.
we filmed it in the winter about 3.5 years ago, and then like the next winter we picked up where we left off.
Right.
And the reason the movie never got finished until this point, now we're been expanding it, is because when I look back at the footage and I was getting help from my ex-girlfriend at the time,
Yeah.
there was not a single girl in the whole movie, woman in the whole movie.
Yeah, and you finally woke up to, hey,
And I was
this
like, wait
needs a
second,
certain kind of
yeah,
interest in it
this is-
somewhere.
It was like, we had about a 6-person cast, but it was all guys, and I was like,
Yeah.
Colleen's, I gotta say that Colleen, I hope I show you no disrespect by expanding the movie a little bit, but it was basically she was always like not wanting to film any actresses, and so as a result it was all dudes for that movie, and I didn't want to put out a movie that just had all dudes.
All
Who wants to
dudes,
see a
man.
movie with like 6 dudes in it when you get down to it?
Well,
There's no-
I've heard
I
of a
want the
few
women's
that would have
stories,
liked
so
that, but
yeah, I
I
want
guess
strong
that's
female
not the
characters.
audience you're appealing to.
So Jarva played an awesome character named
April May, which is
Yeah.
a fantastic name, and I
She
can't
rocked
believe
that.
that it hasn't been used before.
That's right, it's her
Like,
moniker.
More,
She can
Not in family
That's
pictures
one of her
anyway.
characters. April May.
it's been, I mean, I've never even seen it in porn, but I don't know a lot of porn names. I know Rocco Siffredi, and I can't believe I know that because that's hard to remember, but I do. And if there's a famous April May, I don't know of her. Is there?
And also just want to say fast that there are other characters
Not
in
that
it
I
as
know.
well. Jarva's not the only female. There's a few other
Wait,
ladies.
so
in it.
you said that you guys wrote this movie kind of
He
together.
wrote it.
I've basically
which
been writing it, but I
Kind of
couldn't have
makes
done it
sense
without
to
him.
me from the scenes and stuff we were doing, but I didn't know when I did shot scenes for it. I didn't know pretty much anything,
Right.
And
Yeah.
that was fine and that was like what you want. But so you wrote this is a like 3-hour at least film, right? It's
well,
kind
you
of
know,
like
we'll
an
see.
installments.
Yes.
But you wrote this movie with the direct. At what point did you like? Was your girlfriend in the film?
Nope.
Or why? Like, how did it become? There's no women exist in the film.
Well, I was
that
getting
a
ready
thing
to
that-
edit all the footage. I was like, okay, we got a movie, and you were like, we're done,
Suddenly
man.
occurred to him.
And I was like, wait a second. Yeah, this movie, it's like a salad without tomatoes or dressing.
So to
I was like,
speak.
what the fuck?
But
you know?
how? I mean, you were writing a film.
You can't eat straight lettuce, right? You gotta have a variety of stuff in there.
I
like
mean,
eating just straight carrot sticks.
Okay, he
Walking
likes
around
carrot
the house.
sticks.
They're good on their own.
Good call. Gotta dip him in something.
Yeah, sure.
they can't for the teeth, but the conception, when did the conception of this movie change to be all, I mean, because that's like something, like what's that movie called that's like about the maids, or like it's called She or some shit, where they made it, they made some movie where there's only women
Right.
in the movie, and that's like the whole thing.
That's good.
Otherwise, it's hard for me to understand how the creative process has gone with this, to like, and where
It's going.
well, I mean, not necessarily, it's like I don't know if there are female characters that were removed. I don't know if this is a conception that because I honestly don't know much about the movie. I know it's a supernatural
Why don't you
film.
fill them in, Al, real fast, Professor?
Well, very briefly, as nearly as I understand it from Mr. Wells here.
Talking that.
As nearly as I understand it from Mr. Wells here.
And his dad is a great actor, by the way. He's got
Yeah.
a professional pedigree.
Woof woof.
Does he make a cameo? Is he still acting?
No, he's retired. Actually, he's going to shuffle on down to Florida soon and play shuffleboard.
We should
but
get him for a cameo at the very
we should
least.
get him to. I agree.
Honestly.
But to continue,
In
as
drag as a woman.
I
This
well,
is a
you know,
big reveal. We're gonna have to do a part 4 on this, but go on.
we'll work on that later. But to get back to it, but as far as I understand, the plot here
You guys are
is
collapsing into one.
yeah, is that this gentleman, Mr. Wells, who's multi-talented and an actor as well,
Mr.
as a director and a
Wells.
writer. Yeah, Mr. Austin
Oh.
Endahar.
like Orson?
Exactly. Well,
Got
he plays a character in this, Dan Murphy, a former officer.